Caitlin Clark visits KC to celebrate National Girls and Women in Sports Day. Sports do much more than merely entertain. Sports can teach. Sports can uplift, enliven, and empower. You could see it happening at the 2025 Women's Sports Awards, where Caitlin Clark made an appearance. The largest event in the country celebrating National Girls and Women in Sports Day was held February 4 at T-Mobile Center, with an amazing 4,000 people in attendance, triple last year's crowd size. 6 local honorees were recognized for their contributions to women's and girls' sports in the metro. Kathy Nelson spoke. She's the president and CEO of both Visit KC and the Greater Kansas City Sports Commission and Foundation. Taylor Oberstedt spoke. She joined the Kansas City Sports Commission team last year as the director of WIN for KC, the Women's Intersport Network for Kansas City. And in a particularly cool and joyful moment, 350 female high school athletes from across the region, in the Parade of Champions, took center stage. The athletes were celebrated for their accomplishments in tennis, volleyball, basketball, track, and more. Most of the big crowd, though, came to see Caitlin Clark, the WNBA superstar, dressed in red to support her favorite NFL team, of course, sat for an onstage interview with journalist Vinciane Ngomsi. Clark talked about perseverance. She talked about preparation as the key to confidence. She talked about the importance of mental health and work/life balance. She talked, of course, about her love for Taylor Swift. Addison Jorn, a wildly gifted young basketball player, won the Rising Star Award. We asked Jorn what playing sports can do for a woman. Pointedly, wisely, Jorn said sports can do for women the same stuff that they can do for a man. Amber Clark Robinson was another honoree, the head coach for the University of St. Mary flag football team, and a star on the United States national flag football team. Clark Robinson won the Hallmark Leadership Award. She told me why sports are so important to her. It just builds so much character. It gives confidence. It gives you a safe space and a sisterhood, and people to connect with who are like you. Clark Robinson said. That connection was on display at this event. Character and confidence too, along with safety and sisterhood, and that's just some of what sports can do. Caitlin Clark informs Dave Portnoy about Jon Gruden's fake high school jersey gift. Caitlin Clark had to let Dave Portnoy know that Jon Gruden gave him a counterfeit jersey of hers. While Caitlin Clark has millions of adoring fans, few have a bigger platform than Barstool Sports founder and owner Dave Portnoy. Portnoy is extremely outspoken about his fandom for Clark, often going on long social media rants whenever Clark is in the news for something somewhat polarizing. However, Portnoy's Clark talk has been somewhat diminished over the past few months, if only because Clark hasn't been competing on the court and the sports world is more focused on football. Perhaps the biggest football-related story to stem from Barstool last year was the hiring of longtime NFL head coach Jon Gruden. This decision was adored due to Gruden's unabashed passion for football and hilarious persona. But Clark became a topic of discussion once again for Portnoy because of something hilarious pertaining to Gruden. On the morning of February 5, Portnoy posted an Instagram story with a photo of a Dowling Catholic High School, where Clark went to high school, 22 jersey with the caption, "Yesterday, Jon Gruden surprised me with a high school at Caitlin Clark 22 jersey." His next story post showed a video of Portnoy and Gruden with the caption, "This morning we confirmed she wore number 11 in high school and coach got duped." The Barstool Sports Instagram posted the full video, which started with Portnoy quoting a text message to Clark that wrote, "But I wore 11. Nobody knows that," then looked at Gruden. "You got me a fake jersey." Portnoy then said to Gruden. While Gruden's heart was in the right place, it seems that won't keep Portnoy from throwing this fake Clark jersey in the trash. Travis Kelce raves about what makes Caitlin Clark such a kind person. Travis Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs are a few days away from trying to win their 3rd straight Super Bowl, which would make them the first team in NFL history to pull off the three-peat. While that's a pretty serious challenge, the tight end has spent some time this week talking about non-football topics with the media. That continued Wednesday when he was asked about Caitlin Clark, the WNBA star who is a big Chiefs fan, and was seen sitting next to Taylor Swift at the team's playoff win over the Houston Texans last month. Kels raved about how great of a person Clark is and how cool it has been for him to get to know her more. It's been so cool to see her at Taylor's concert and come out to a Chiefs game and hang out with us, Kels said.